What's up guys, Sekapoko here, bringing you another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. For this we're going to be going over my walkthrough and playthrough guide for the Treasure Mode Crocodile. And with this I was able to do 5 million points in approximately 7.5 hours or so with the teams I'm using today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright guys, so let's go through my playthrough. We're already at 1 million points. I've done about 6 runs, and I've changed up my team a little bit, and I got a little bit more points on my runs this way. But my teams are going to be a little bit less efficient, and this is probably going to last me till about run 20, which will be around 5 million points, I'm hoping. And for this, we're going to be going over some of the teams I'm using for each different fight, and some of the fights that are going in here. So for this team, we're going to be running Gear 4 versus the Akainu Fight, and the reason I picked this team was because I could fit Bobbin on this team, and you bringing in a Mond, you only lose damage, you can see here, if you attack with a Mond later on, but if you attack with a Mond first in the rotation, it's totally fine. Now, you don't actually need a Monda, she's just here basically as a point booster. The Boa is here for a chain locker, just to have you, so you have that chain lock. The Kizaru, if you did need a type booster later on, he's there for that. I don't know if you will, but having type booster on quick is perfectly fine, especially since you get a 3-turn type boost, so that will help you for a lot of damage. You also get a color affinity booster as well as some kind of orb manipulate with your G4, so you will have a lot of orbs matching on this run, which is also pretty good. Kizaru also makes death orb matching, which is actually very helpful because you're going to be having a full quick, mostly quick team that you're going to be doing the damage here against Akainu, and you just got to make sure that they do have enough damage when you're dealing damage to Akainu. Overall, Bobbin is replaceable with a Zoro if you want to remove percentage damage reduction. There are other characters you can bring here instead, but my recommendation is this team because this team provides a lot more points, and I'm stacking a lot of point boosters on this team in particular just to make sure I have enough points. Now, the nice thing about this team is that it does have a decent HP pool, and not like a massive HP pool, but decent enough to actually get through the content and not have to worry about too much. And the other thing is you're basically going to be stalling on a lot of these anyways, and for this team, I only have to stall out for the Bobbin special, and I will have enough damage. The nice thing is that since the Bobbin special and the Boa special will be up, my Bobbin's on 16 turns, I'm able to go into the fights and not have to worry about anything because Bobbin will remove the percentage damage reduction. I'll have Boa to give me a chain lock, so I don't have to worry about the chain limit. And I have G4 to get orbs if I really need to, or do some extra damage. Overall, it's not super difficult, and you have more than enough damage to get through this. So if you do want to move Bobbin up to here to make sure you get matching orbs, you can do that. I just don't really care because you can use Boa to give a matching orb on a captain, which is no big deal. You can actually move Bobbin on the left-hand side to give a matching orb on friend captain if you're really worried about your damage. But there's so much damage on this team, you don't actually need to do anything right away. So overall, the team is fine, and you don't have to worry about too much. On the revive, if you do have a Monda up, great. If you don't, oh well. What you could do here is bring another Dex unit instead of a Monda if you wanted to make sure that you had enough Dex orbs here to get through this. But I just I wanted more points, and I decided, you know what, I'm just going to take a hit here, and I don't have to worry about anything. So either way works. You can decide to take a hit. You can decide not to take a hit. Completely up to you. Totally fine either way. G4 again here, just totally fine. A Monde, not a Monda. Doesn't matter, dude. For the next one, we're going to be running a versus 2 Dolphin team versus the what's it called? The Buggy Fight. And for this team, I'm basically making sure that my Akainu is on the left-hand side. My Akainu is fully limit broken and candied, so I will get a decent wave clear off of him. And if I do want to, on the later stages, what I'm probably going to do is stall out like 2 turns early on, so I can get a version 2 Doflamingo special to clear out the ads if I really need to. But otherwise, the team is actually no stall all the way through, and you get a decent amount of points. There are other driven units, so if you did want to take out this Zoro for another stage, that's perfectly fine. As you can see, it is a free-to-play friendly team with version 2 Dolphin Captain, and if you do want to use Zoro Captain here, that's fine as well. They'll probably provide more than enough damage to get through. And the nice thing is that all you need is a friend Captain Doflamingo for this strategy to be efficient, because your right column is going to get rewound right away. So that makes it nice that you don't have to worry about too much, and when you're going through, you're just basically doing everything with almost a 4x multiplier, so you don't have to worry. Only thing on this the stage right before, is that you're gonna have 3 blue dudes and this red dude here. This is why you have more than enough damage to get through this without any issue, is that you can actually do tons of overkill here without worrying about anything. That was 1,000,000 damage with most of it being overkill, so for infinite stages we'll be able to get through this without any worries. But as you can see, my difficulty is set up, so you just have to stall for 2 turns on earlier stages and you're fine. But for right now, I'm just using Akainu to clear out the ads, and then I'm just going in. And the nice thing, since Akainu is on such a short cooldown, I don't have to worry about anything. Okay, so bear with it. This will be the run with the recording. Next fight, we're going to be running a Kuzan team versus the Izo Fight. Main reason I'm running this team is to just blow through it relatively quickly and I don't have to worry about too much. But unfortunately, as time goes on, it's going to take 1 extra turn because I have too many quick units. I might just take out Kairos and put in another strength unit. I really don't know. It really just depends on how everything is going. So far, the team is really fast and I don't have to worry about much. I just attack Izo and I'm done. The strategy just revolves around you getting your multiplier up with the Kuzan. And beyond that, you're just going to be auto attack using Big Mom special on the final boss first, and then he's going to give you, since you're doing an orb manipulate, there's going to be an interrupt. So the interrupt is all colored orbs are non-beneficial. And the nice thing about this team is that seeing how you get G orbs, they're not colored orbs, so you don't have to worry about them. So that's why I kind of like Big Mom for this fight, because you don't have to worry about the orb, whatever it's called, the orb reduction thing, or orb thing, I don't know. And the other thing is you bring Kid, and Kid is allows you to clear all the ads. Now Kuzan also does that too, but Kid scales and Kuzan doesn't. It's Kuzan's fixed damage. So here we are on the final boss. This cannon guy has the most HP. Everything else has a lot less. But you only can use 2 specials, so I'm gonna use the Big Mom special first. Very important. Then we're gonna get the interrupt from Izo, and Izo, of course, is gonna give us that counter orb mechanic. Whatever it's called, badly matching orbs for 99 turns for colored orbs, and since they're G orbs, doesn't matter. We make sure we target egos first, and then we just hit a great, and we're done. It's 1,000,000 damage without even worrying about it. Just clears the entire room, and that's it. On this next one, we're gonna be running version 2 Akainu versus the what's it called? The Luffy Fight. And for this fight, the reason I brought version 2 Akainu is because of the resilience. And I decided, it might, even though there's a chain lock in this fight and some other mechanics, I just figured V2 Akainu would do the job if I hit 6 perfects. Now there's no blind in this fight, which is nice, so I don't have to worry about anything. I just basically hit 6 perfects and that's all I have to do. And the team will actually scale pretty high because all you have to do is 2 million damage. Luffy starts out with 440,000, so if you do need to later on, you can get more damage by using a version 2 Akainu special, and that will more than double your damage, so you'll have more than enough damage to clear this without any issue whatsoever. I think this team will work for a very long time, and I don't think I'm going to have to make any changes whatsoever. Obviously, all the subs you can see here are free to play, but if you do have other subs you want to use on this team to give you more points, use those instead. It's just Akainu plus 4-point boosters, basically. If you don't have Akainu, obviously you can use another character as a lead and then use a version 2 Akainu friend captain, and that would work for a lot of the stages because just with an Akainu friend captain, you'll have to do the overkill, and that would actually get you there. So I hope this gives you some ideas on what to do. And when you get to the final boss, he's going to get that chain lock limit mechanic. So if you do want to bring a chain lock remover or a chain lock into the room, like using Boa here to bring chain lock into the room, that would be another way to go. But there are a lot of options, so just know that you're not stuck in one way. But as you can see, we're on like round 7 right now, and I'm not having any issue just hitting my 6 perfects, and we get that easy 1,000,000 overkill. So we're doing about 700,000 damage, not even full orbs, so this will probably last me through like round 30 or 40. And for the final run of the day, we'll be running a G4 with Katakuri sub, Nami sub, Ivankov, and Mr. 1. Now, I would actually take out the G4 and then put in Katakuri lead if I had the, what's his name? The point booster instead. That would actually be a much more efficient strategy, so that would be great. I'll do that instead. The only reason I'm using Zunisha here is to make my life easier with the perfects. But you can switch out for any ship you want, doesn't really matter. The ship doesn't matter. Like the only person that's not getting boosted by the ship right now, I think, is G4, and I don't really care about him because he doesn't really do anything for my team except for the captain. So I just start all my rotations with him. I was using Katakuri lead for a while there, but if you get the Jozu, you're gonna be using Katakuri lead instead. But this gives a little bit more damage for all the stages, which I like. And it makes it so that you don't have to worry about the meat tandem matching thing either. So having more HP is nice. I would bring an attack down remover, but the only other attack down remover is Neptune. And Neptune takes 16 turns to get up. And what I found is that the runs were actually slower if I was using Neptune rather than bringing him, because you have to wait out so many turns for a special, and I just wasn't down for that. But overall, you get a similar amount of matching orbs, if not more matching orbs, by using G4 Captain. And I end up just waiting one turn here to just chill out. And if you want, and since you get a lot of meat orbs here, you can actually get tank mana if you really want to. If you really want to, you can get tank mana here, but like tons of overhealing here. You can also use Enel Lead here. This would also work because you're getting tons of meat orbs, so you don't have to worry about it as much. And then going into the next room here, all we're gonna do is pop the G4 special to get us some damage here. And then with the attack up that we're getting here, we actually get more than enough damage to get through this. If you want to pop the Mr. 0 special or Mr. 1 special as well, that will give you a little extra orb boost to get through it. But it should be perfectly fine to get through with the damage that you need. Now, if you do want to stall out the extra 2 turns there for damage reduction, great. On later turns, you're probably going to have to. But for right now, this is working fine. Going into the final room, we're going to get the paralysis here. And then we're going to have 2 turns left on the gear power, so we don't have to worry about that. We're going to go ahead and use the Ivankov special to get rid of the paralysis as well as the poison, and then use Nami for damage. And then if you do want to, you can pop the Katakuri special here. He's really just here to get block orbs into matching. But you can. That's what I would rather use him on the second turn, just so I can get rid of that part of it. But you can see you're going to do tons of damage with just 2 hits here, and then 2 million damage, no problem whatsoever. And then going into the next part of this, we're going to have the revive all block orbs, switch the block orbs out, and then use an Ivankov special to get a damage boost, and then we're done. It's really simple, nothing really to it, but the nice thing is that I can make Perfect super easy to hit with this Misha, so I don't have to worry about anything. Overall, I'm probably going to be changing my teams a little bit throughout this whole thing. I'm not going to have to worry about too much. But getting to 5 million should be relatively easy, and you can see we're getting a 16 times multiplier on this final boss. Obviously, we'd get a lot more with the Jozu. So if we had Jozu instead, we would be getting like a 22 times multiplier, something like that instead. So that's actually pretty good for not having to do anything else. So there we go, guys. There's a huge point run. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I gotta see you in the rewards. So the rewards this time around, guys, are super fucking crazy. In the New World League, if you are in the top 400, you're going to be getting top 100, you're going to be getting 3 legend pulls. That's right. If you're in the top 100 in the New World League this time around, you're going to get 3 legend pulls. If you guys are in the top 5,000, you're going to be getting 2 legend pulls, and in the top 20 fucking thousand, you're going to get a legend pull. That is so good. So everybody this time around in the New World League is getting a free legend pull. That's amazing. I like that a lot. Now, the nice thing on this time around, of course, the Silver League or the Grand Line League is going to get 2 legend pulls in the top 100 and 1 legend pull in the top 3,000. So if you guys are in the Grand Line League or the Silver League, you are going to get those legend pulls here. So just know that that is the greatness for there. And finally, for the Bronze League, if you guys are in the top 10, you're going to get 2 legend pulls. And if you're in the top 500, you're going to get 1 legend pull. There's no other rewards past that. So just know you have to rank pretty high in the Bronze League or East Blue League in order to get your legend pulls. But they are giving a lot of players who are in the East Blue League that are returning players or people that are whales or that just missed the treasure mode, a lot of free legend pulls here, so making your life really easy. So this treasure mode, we're gonna get a lot of rewards. Right away, you're gonna get a free ticket, tons of rainbow gems all the way through, and you get lots of cotton candies as well. I actually, right when I did my first run, I got so much stuff that I actually filled up most of my box space after the first run. This one is also gonna have treasure mode ace available, so if you guys do need treasure mode ace, this one is available if you go up to, I think, 3 million points. At 1.5 million points, we're getting another gold poster. At 2 million, another ticket with some potions. Then we got potions along the way, all the way up to 2.5 million. We get another ticket. Potions along the way. More potions, more potions, more potions. Then we're gonna get that skill up meat, 2 skill up meats at 2.95 million, a red ticket at 3 million, and then beyond that, we're just getting crystals and potions all the way up beyond 3 million. At 3.5 million, we get another gold ticket, more potions and crystals. Another ticket at 4 million, forbidden tomes along the way. We actually get tablets as a reward at 4.2 million, which is really nice. We actually get a good amount of tablets here. And then we get more tablets at 4.4 million. We get tickets at another ticket at 4.5 million, more tablets 4.7. We're going to get potions along the way again. And finally, at 5 million points, going to get that free legend pull. So for the Silver League or East Blue League, not East Blue, Grand Line League, we're going to get a 5-star book at 9.5 million. There's going to be a ticket at 1 million. Another ticket at 1.5 million, potions at 2 million, and potions and tickets at 2 million, potions along the way, and another ticket at 2.5 million, potions along the way, more crystals, more potions, and we're gonna get a skill up meet at 2.95 million, and finally we're gonna get a red ticket at 3 million points. Now going up beyond that, we're gonna get crystals and tickets at 3.5 million points, gold ticket at 4 million, and it stops there. There's actually no legend ticket for the Grand Line League or Silver League at 5 million points. It only goes up to 4 million points, unfortunately. And finally, for the East Blue League, we're going to have the 4-star gold book at 9.5 million points, a gold ticket at 1 million points, another gold ticket at 1.5 million points, another gold ticket at 2 million points, a skill up meet at 2.95 million, and finally, a red guaranteed legend poster on the 3 million point though in the East Blue League. Now, for this, what you got to know is that for each of the rankings for the East Blue, Grand Line, and New World League, the difficulty rating scales much different between East Blue and Grand Line versus the New World League. The East Blue and Grand Line are significantly easier to clear and super, super easy to do with East Blue League stuff because you use the same point boosters every single time. And it's so easy to get the 3 million points on the East Blue League, especially if you're doing it pay to win, because you're able to go through that super, super freaking quickly and tons of rewards. On the Grand Line League, it is going to take you a little bit longer to get the 3 million points because you have to try a little bit and you have to build teams for it. But you know what? It's still very, very easy and the fights are not difficult and the scaling is super easy all the way through. When you get to the New World League, that's where the difficulty starts to hit really hard, so that's why the rewards are so much better. Lord Toadski, our God and Savior, please let us get some hype pulls. I believe in you, Toadski. You will give it to us. Amen. Alright guys, my name's Sekapoko. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you smack that like button down below as well as the subscribe button down below so we get lots of support in the channel and of course, keep the channel growing. If you guys do want to get notifications on all my videos, make sure you hit the bell notification right next to it so you get notifications every time I drop a video. Want to check out the last couple videos, they're right over there, and you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.